Now, random subsets are used for a number of statistical techniques, and there are a few ways to create some random subsets. First is the sample function. The sample function is a function that will reorder a set of data and select n items. In addition, a column can be created with a random number generated, which in turn can be used to select certain records. So we'll go over both methods. So the first one, the sample function, takes a vector and randomly reorders the vector. Then using the second parameter, a subset of n items is retrieved. An additional optional parameter is provided for sampling with replacement. The default is false. So in this example here, we have sample 1 colon n row empty cars, comma 10. This is going to then choose 10 randomly ordered numbers from the number of observations we have in the empty cars dataset. So in the next case, we do the same thing. Sample 1 colon n row empty cars, comma 10 replaces true. So in this case, it will generate 10 randomly ordered numbers with replacement. So it is possible to get a duplicate number. In the example below, we will show how it can be used to select rows from the dataset. If we put this sample inside of the rows section of a data frame, we will be able to choose 10 randomly selected rows from that dataset. That's what we have in this here. Empty cars bracket, sample 1 colon n row empty cars, comma 10. Select 10 numbers from the number of rows that are in empty cars. We use those numbers that are selected as a sample to choose the records out of the empty cars. And now sample DF will have a randomly selected 10 rows. Alternatively, we can use a random number generator to create a random number for each record. This is especially useful when creating training and test sets of approximately 80% and 20% for a lot of data science solutions. The most common random number generator we will use is a uniform distribution. The uniform distribution will generate a random number where each number has an equal chance of appearing. So what we'll do is we'll use the RUNIF function, or the random uniform function. And it will create n random numbers between a min and a max using a uniform distribution, meaning that every single number has an equal chance of appearing. So given a data set, a new column needs to be created for this random number. So what we'll do is we'll create a new column called R&D in the empty cars data frame. And we'll assign to that the run if n row empty cars, comma 1, comma 100. So it will choose 100 random numbers and put that into the R&D function. Since the column now has numbers between 1 and 100, simply filter the data set where this number is less than or equal to 80 to create a sample training set, that is a data set with approximately 80% of the data, and conversely, the test set can be created using the numbers greater than 80, representing 20% of the data. Note that the run if is going to produce random numbers that are not whole numbers. These are numbers that are decimals, but it will still have an equal opportunity of all the numbers coming up between, in this case, 1 and 100. So using this technique is an approximation of an 80 to 20 split. In some cases, an analyst may wish to use alternative distributions for randomizing, such as a normal distribution. But these distributions will be discussed in a later module.